Good everyone, you're welcome to JustEventOnline TV. I'm Abdulkadir Isiaq once again on your program, Issues and Reality. Today, I wish I were talking about the primary responsibility of every government everywhere in the world. That is the safety of the people and the protection of their life and their properties. In Kwara State, I think in every country, every state, every community has their challenges, but Kwara State has always been known as the state of harmony. But it seems that the harmonious slogan of Kwara State was maintained by some intellectual acumen, or let me say strategic or policy acumen, but which Kwara State may be lacking at the recent time, because what we've known, what the things, news that have always been foreign to people of Kwara State, Ilori at large, and Kwara State at large, is now very closer to us. We now have different kinds of bandit attacks, kidnappings, and all that. And recently, the most demeaning one, the recent one, the one that happened at Tokyo there. Today, we have an elderly person and a security expert and a public affairs analyst, that is Alhaji Abdulkadir Muse, who will be taking us through the Kwara State's journey of security and insecurity, and the state of things as it is now, and what we should expect and what we should do to get ourselves on the right foot. You're welcome on the show, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Yoruba people will say, in Tagbabari ni uri agbantara, tomode wa gungi, ole mari. I don't know how to say that in English, but as an elderly person, you've always, like, when it comes to public analysis in Kwara State, you are a front runner. And one of the major things you've always hammered on, when I listen to you on radio, on other sister stations, you always hammer on security. I still listen to you this morning on a radio station. You always hammer on security. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like, why is this man always concerned about security? Kwara State is harmonious. But I think I'm starting to understand that security is not something you say, okay, we are fine today and we just go back and sleep. I think you prepare for things that are coming ahead. Maybe, do you think Kwara State is ill prepared for what we currently have?
No, in the first place, security should be the main agenda of any responsible community. You want to go on trade, you want to go on business, you want to go on all this, you must not undermine security. Because security makes movement or exodus of people from one place to another place more easier when they are secured. Now, when you now place security as the main agenda, you get things right. The same thing applies to any government for that matter. Any government, the first duty and assignment of any government is security. That one follows by welfare of the citizens. But welfare cannot come on without being secured. So security is number one agenda of any responsible government. So when I talk of security, I know what it takes, I know what it means. Security is germane to peace, harmony, and all sorts of things that you can talk of when you want to live well.
But sir, when this government came in, there was this, I think there was a time in this country when everybody was shouting around state policing, and then you, as a proponent of community policing, you were there and there. Everybody knows Alhaji when it comes to community policing in Ilori and Kwara State at large. At a point in time, how would you describe the security plans of this government? Because at the time we had constabulary, we have to spread them away and like a pack of cards.
Occurrences have shown that this government has no blueprint for security. I will tell you why. We talk of community policing. We talk of constabulary. Community policing experts recruited the constabulary. They are not to be paid on any salary, but they are qualified for stipend, either from the state or the local. And what their position is value-added personnel. They are to gather intelligence for the police.
Okay, so that as if they go door to door to arrest people, they are just to gather intelligence.
They are to gather intelligence. Then they will now go and meet the police authority, because they are in the same uniform with the police after training. that black uniform is given to them. They were trained on how to gather information. So these are the ways by which they can add value to the security experts and even the activities of the police. But at the time, they politicize it. We cannot pay. They don't know, because those people that were said to have been handling the constabulary issue, they are not people that understand the manual. They are not people that knows how constabulary came to bear. You get it? They just feel that we are in charge. We can do this. There were a lot of occasions where I had an encounter with them when we were doing the training of this, or making the recruitment of this constabulary. They will call people from Lagos. We have got job for you, and it's not a job that you can do like that. There's a specification to it. There's a regulation. It's a community-based recruitment. The magajis, the daudos, they are the people that nominate those people that they know they are not criminals. They will now go to Lagos and bring criminals into the fold.
But sir,
and that is why
how would you say this government handle the constabulary?
What they're supposed to have done, if they are heard from the experts, this politicization of issue destroys a lot of values. What they're supposed to have done is that call the people that are in charge of the recruitment, call the community policing executive. How do we go about this? What do we do? What stipend can we do? Because I was in Abuja for a stakeholders meeting. I met people that came from the Abuja command, people from Nasarawa command, people from Plateau command, even Niger command. I interviewed them. They were given stipend, and if you see them, they are adding value to their state command. But it's not like that here, because of nonchalant attitude of those at the end of affairs.
Are you saying this administration has been nonchalant with the securities?
Yes, it's nonchalant because they have not. Let me tell you, if you can notice a serious government, when you want to notice a serious government, you will notice it from the input on security. When they give them, intelligence report, do they follow it? There are occasions when we had that even SDSS give intelligence report to the administration. They refuse to follow it before this go haywire. So what are we saying? Do you want to give intelligence to a governor that is perceived not to be staying at home?
But the governor, on the issue of governor staying at home, I want to maybe say, like, the governor is always around there, has been to the Kwara North, been to the Kwara North, South, commiserate with them.
Let me tell you, when we are talking of security solution, we are not talking of cosmetic solution. When you got there, was he able to identify what is the cause of insecurity there, with a view to providing solution? When he went to Kwara, the first time he went to Kwara South, he stayed at Omara, not the place where there is calamity. And you are taking picture with army or this. That is not solution. The security solution is not pictorial solution. Now you take picture here and other people will be confused. You are doing. No, you are not doing anything. The very day they said they went to Kwara North was the second, not quite 24 hours. The bandits strike again. The same thing, Kwara South. What have they done? Sulum, when he had a problem like that, he was present in the place where that problem was. You see, I don't believe in all this cosmetic solution. And people will be saying government is doing something. What is the government doing? How many patrol vehicles are provided for the police? How many patrol vehicles are provided for civil defense? How many patrol vehicles are provided for the DSS?
And the government has provided a lot of vehicles for the police.
Which type of vehicle? No, tell me, which type of vehicle? Even the one that was said to have bought by caretaker chairman dead were being monopolized by the chairman. Not until now that some chairmen are taking it up. We are talking of patrol vehicle. It's not a luxury vehicle. Patrol vehicle is never a luxury vehicle. In the central alone, all the divisions in the central have no serviceable vehicle. And we are wearing of humongous money that is made available to the governor by President Tinubu as confirmed by National State government.
Yes, Governor Abdulkadir Sola said recently that
he said
they were blame the president for insecurity, most especially in the northern region, that any governor that cannot protect his state should not blame the governor.
You can't blame,
because security is about intel and they have enough money to gather the intels.
No,
so
that is why I laugh when I see some political dogs. I call it dogs. Those who only bite, they cannot bite. They say they call on President Tinubu, come and help us here, come and help us in Kwara. What has your governor done? You have to tell the governor the basic truth now. A governor said they are giving humongous amount of money, billions, to take care of security. Where is our own money as Kwara? Where is our own money? Or is it keeping money better than loss of life? You see, we are very, very hypocritical in this state. Those people, and it's within the minority hypocrite who come out and say, no, the governor is doing this, is doing that. What have we seen done? How many patrol vehicles given to police? Even those in the Senate, those in the House of Rep, they too have contribution to make, but they refuse to make it. It is when they will now come at 2027 and share Semo to people. Can you send Semo to people that are dead? What are we saying? What is wrong with our intellect?
But you know, when we have conversations like this, we want to always bring solution to not to criticize.
The solution is what I'm saying.
I want to say, okay, now before the latest, the most recent attack in Okeode, we've had the ones in Sagbe, Oreke, Babanla. Now, Share. Okeode. I think Okeode is one of the biggest communities in Ifelodun local government. I think Okeode should be second to Share, the headquarters in that axis. If Share is not fine, if Okeode is not fine, that means Share should be aware of what is coming, and people are running.
Not only Share. It's true. Ajasepo they go to Share now. They go to Okeode.
Yes.
Ajasepo too is not safe. But what I'm saying, let me start from your first question. You said you want solution, not criticism. But you cannot get solution without being critical of the problem. We are able to be critical of the problem. Then we want to provide solution. Whom are you going to advise to provide solution? Is it those who that you can only give advice to somebody, you get it, they understand what you are saying. Former President Jonathan has said something that there's a Chinese proverb that you can only wake somebody that has slept, not somebody that pretend to have slept. You get it? They pretend to have slept, and that's why they don't get solution. How many times have you seen them calling security summit? We have called for security summit for more than 3-4 times. They will just get your memo and put it aside because they are not interested. They don't know what is security. They don't know how to provide security for people, for citizens and their properties. And that is why we are getting this daily skyrocketing insecurity. You get it? They should sit down and call those people who are passionate about getting Kwara secured. It's not politics.
But I want to put
they should not play politics with our life.
In the issue of playing politics, I want to talk about trust gap between the people and the government. It seems that people are not trusting the news from the side of the government. I think just about yesterday, there were news from the side of the government that some people have been bombarded by the National Air Force, and the people came out with a fact check that shows that the picture that was being paraded was actually a picture of something that happened in Borno State. About a year ago. So if things like this are happening, if people get misinformed,
already there is a trust deficit between the people and the government. Because there is no accountability in the government. Government is not accountable of what they are doing. What have we got? Like, look at what that governor of Nasarawa said. How many times have you heard from their own governor that they are giving certain amount of money for security? And it was exposed by that governor. Neither yes nor no, we don't get anything. You get it? When Tinubu said, I've given the governors enough money, how many governors said no, that is telling lies? What this governor said, you get it, will be a kind of embarrassment to those who are not accountable.
But I think, in fairness to the governor of Kwara State, at at a conference, our governor said that the money he has gotten from this administration has overridden even the inflation. That he has money that he did not collect in over 4 years of his first tenure, and that's why you can see this swiftness and this smooth moving and steadiness of projects that is called.
What are we saying project? Which project is above security project? What project? Are you carrying load for deaths? Are you carrying load for disease? When people are not well fed, people are not secured. You are saying you are doing which project? Tell us your project. Is it a project that is of personal aggrandizement? Is it a project that only favor them and not the public? Is it a project that is not even accounted for? You don't tell how much you have taxed from 1 kilometer to you did. How many times has the governor told the state that this road I did consumes so amount? Did you give people what people need? But you are giving people what you need to benefit yourself. You see, silence is a crime in an unjust society. We cannot, at my level, will I be telling lies? Will I be saying something wrong and I'll be pretending? I cannot be a prisoner of conscience. If anybody could be a prisoner of conscience, that's what be that's there. But I can't. Because I would have feared somebody because of fear that I will not. Is anybody? I don't know whether anybody is the one that even elongate my life. It's God now. So what's the life fear? The person that elongate my life is the one I should fear. If I die today, it's God that killed me, not anybody. Okay. So you have to tell truth to power. Things are not working well in this state, except we want to deceive ourselves. Security, economy, health, education, all things. Talk of anything here, because there is no supervision, no feedback strategy for them. Look at all the sectors in the economy in the economy of Kwara. None of these people handling those sectors can be able to tell the governor that since things is wrong. They can't. That's why you see parade of kindergarten in the cabinet.
Parade of kindergarten as well.
Yes, people who are not intellectually informed. Okay, except education ministry. Tell me any of the ministry that you can say, okay, this one can contribute.
We've been seeing our commissioners doing really fine.
Look, those areas that people are complaining of, no council meeting. Have you seen the governor and the commissioners meeting?
I don't think they need to invite us when they want to meet. They meet.
They don't need to. I'm not calling you of invitation. There should be feedback. If you are my commissioner for health, there will be a question who has to tell me what is going on in your mind.
Exactly. They will be doing it within themselves, within and among themselves.
Without public feeling. Without public feeling. I can tell you without public feeling. Go to your hospital. There are a lot of complaints. No drug, no doctor, no water, no light in the government hospitals. I have facts and figures. That was referring to one matter. When somebody, a puppy that got 235, he said not to be given admission to JSS1. But 223 got admission at Subeb. So what are we saying? No, don't you think all these things is a damage to the polity? It's a damage to the citizen. No, except we want to deceive ourselves. There is no governance that has something of positivity to do with people. I'm telling you, how many times for the past 6 years or thereabout, the retirees, the aged people that retire have not been able to get their gratitude. When they want 5 million, will be given 50,000. When they hold them that time, the money has lost value now. And the millions are being, what makes people mad most is when you hear of billions coming to your state without explanation.
Oh, but we've seen the explanation. We have the virtual center. We have the international conference center.
Which we have uncompleted ICC.
You see, it's a continuous process. We have the
I want you to choose between life and death.
Everybody will choose that.
Nobody will choose death. Which one is of priority? Life of people or Kwara Hotel where you spend 18 billion in, that even in the next 60 years you cannot gain it? Yes. Is there any accountability on Kwara Hotel why it was raised to that amount? You see, we don't need to pretend that things are not happening, things bad are not happening. We don't need to pretend. We have to tell truth to power. The Kwara State is having a very, very, very bad experience. You get it? From the experience they've been having in the past. I was seeing one clip when somebody said the past government is not of shame that 16 years they didn't. I was just laughing. That is game blame every time. Who should be ashamed of the present situation we are? Who should be ashamed? Who should be ashamed that with billions of naira coming to Kwara, which even the 16-year government, he was saying, could get that money, something better will have done. The money they were getting in the last something was not up to this one, that they still established Kwasu.
We have Kwara State College of Education.
What I'm saying,
Kwara State University of Education.
No, we are talking of recent things that has not even got end. It hasn't got end.
The government has approved the first 3-story building for that.
I don't dance to melodious drum. Melodious, a drum that has no melody.
When Kwasu came, people were saying.
Look now, if you look at Kwasu, the projection, all the way they established Kwasu was very perfect. Now, how can you say, okay, he said you don't use college education to be degree awarding institution, so that you'll be awarding degree. You say you have Kwara State University of Education. You get it? There is no site. You are still using college education. You see, it's a confusion. It's a confusion. Well, I'm not disturbed because when I don't expect anything better than that from people that have no intellectual property. Yes, I'm telling you this. So tell me, go and sample opinion from Kwarans. If anybody is deceiving this government that they are doing well, it's a cycle commendation. Look at the statement of the beneficiary of the bad system. But go to an average man, go to a common man on the street, ask them to tell you what is really happening in the state. Their report, their response will be so pathetic. So that is why I said that any government that has no feedback strategy will not have plan. If I'm a governor and I go out in the evening, what is happening? This is what I hear from the common man will be the centerpiece of my policy. Because I know those are the people that need service of government, not those bourgeois, not those people that are well off. What do you want to say? Don't tell me. Even when they are saying that, okay, Ahmadu Bello good, you did bridge good, but does that concern the Gasaka people who has their economic route along that?
But the Gasaka is now feeling the presence of the government.
Exactly. That's what that is what I'm saying. That one is a commendable project if it's completed, because that is where the common men stay. You get it? What I'm trying to drive out is that your policies should be humane, should have human face, the security you want to do, you must pity. Look at the number of people that died now. And then maybe they don't know, and maybe those people, they call themselves malams or pastors or this thing, they don't tell truth to power. If not, they should have told them that those who died in the course of the insecurity, the governors and his courts will give account of it before God. That is just it. They should let them know, Quranically and biblically, that that is the implication of people die. But what do we have? Islamic politicians, we have Christian politicians. So what do we do?
I think Alhaji is feeling the heat even more than me.
Yes, yes, I feel it, because tomorrow is very important. Tomorrow is very, very important. If today is spoiled, the next generation will feel serious pain. They will feel serious pain. They are not happy. The youth generation are not happy. I'm not talking of those youths that have even gained ground in sabotaging the future of the youth because of personal aggrandizement. You get it? But if anybody is saying that things are okay, go to your immediate community and see how people suffer.
Alhaji, I think that would be a very good place to leave it. Thank you very much, Abbas. Thank you very much, sir. We hope we will invite you some other time on, when like I live with elderly people a little bit. Well, say a bigger you live longer for us.
Amen.
Thank you very much, sir. We hope when we have issues that can only be discussed by elders, some other times we'll still invite you. Thank you very much, our viewers. I remember myself, Abdulkadir, Isiaq, once again. That's a very good place to leave it. Do have a lovely day. See you next week.